Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekah HaKodash. Double honor to the other apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation to the Most High's men in the four corners of the earth, pushing His word of sincerity and truth. And Shalom to the sisters that support and subscribe wholeheartedly to the message of deliverance and salvation of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. That's your brother Ben Yum for GMS Mississippi. With a real quick topic, hitting the major points, going into the Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's unadulterated, unfiltered, unforgiving, everlasting love for His people. And who are His people? His people are the Israelites, the Israelite man, the Israelite woman that consists of the lost sheep of the house of Israel, of the tribes of Judah, all the way down to the tribe of Issachar, known as the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native American Indians. So getting the point here out of the book of Jeremiah 31:3, it says, "Yea, I have loved thee with an everlasting love." And we understand that the love of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, it consists of what? It consists of keeping His laws, His statutes, and His commandments. But the Heavenly Father has an everlasting love for His people because He has set up the Israelites above all other nations on the face of the planet. You know, above the Moabite, above the Ammonite, above the Hamite, above the Edomite, above the Ishmaelite. Right? So when you look at other nations of people, they're considered heathens, they're considered Gentiles, they're considered bastards because they do not have a direct connection with the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father's direct connection was made with our forefather, Abraham. Then hence that transition on to Abraham's son, Isaac, and then that transition on to Isaac's son, Jacob. And Jacob had those particular 12 sons that made up what? The 12 tribes of Israel. Now the book of Romans chapter 5 and verse 8, it says, "But Yahweh commendeth His love towards us in that while we were yet sinners, Yahweh Shai died for us." All right. So the Heavenly Father have commended His love towards us. And when you look at the sacrifice that was presented, right, meaning that Yahweh sacrificed his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai sacrificed and gave up what? He gave up His life. For whom? For the Israelites, for the Heavenly Father's people. And when you look at the justification behind it, you know, there are two particular reasons for it. One was the blood that needed to be shed as a sacrifice for the remittance of the sins of the children of Israel. For the remittance, right? The omitting, deletion of the sins of the children of Israel for the trespasses that were committed against our Heavenly Father, against our God, against our power, right? And Yahweh Shai had to be that level of a sacrificial lamb. But whom was He a lamb for that was sacrificed? For the Israelites, none other people. All right. So this thing isn't a matter of in captivating the hearts and the minds of all the inhabitants of the earth. You know, when you look at truth and when you look at logic and reason, all right, through a spiritual lens, you understand that even yourself don't take a liking unto every aspect of life. You don't take a liking unto every habit. You don't take a liking unto every form and way of living. You don't take a liking to each action that is conducted or completed by another person. All right. So the Heavenly Father is like that times 10, times 100, times 1 million. How? Because He created us in His particular image. Now let's get the book of Isaiah 49:15-16. Let's get the point here. It says, "Yet will I not forget thee. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands." Going into the formation, right? Into the forming of the creation of whom the Heavenly Father chose. Okay? And many people would love and desire to be partakers of this great blessing. You know, many individuals would love to be called an Israelite. Many individuals would love to be called the chosen, right? Many individuals would love to be called, you know, the seed and the son and the daughter of the Heavenly Father, the Most High of creation. You know, but the Heavenly Father didn't call all people. You know, He called the nation as a whole to be his chosen nation of people. And even in the midst of that nation of people, the Heavenly Father has chosen a remnant, a small group, a small sect within that particular group of people. And that's whom the Heavenly Father is dealing with. Now let's get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, and starting at 7. All right, the point here, because the Lord loved you, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand. And throughout all of the captivities, throughout all of the plagues, throughout all of the persecutions, throughout all of the oppressions, the Heavenly Father has continued to deliver us, right? And looking at this particular last captivity that we're living in now, the Heavenly Father stated that he was going to redeem us and save us, right, from the land of the north, right? And when you look at the land of the north, we understand that North America, we understand that Babylon the Great, or the great daughter of Babylon, is positioned, right, in this particular landmass, in this particular region, right? And that's why it's coded or codenamed as the daughter of Babylon, going into who art to be destroyed. Why? Because this is the prison house, right? The house of bondage for the Israelites. Now jumping down in Zephaniah 3:17, he will rejoice over thee with joy. He will joy over thee with singing. All right. And this particular level of the new song that we're singing in these last days, you know, it's not meant for everyone to clap their hands to. It's not meant for everyone to stomp their feet to. It's not meant for everyone to find the spiritual rhythm to be able to follow the beat of this new song, right? And the rejoicing that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to have, you know, finally, when all of this is done, you know, especially Yahweh Shai, because, you know, he's sitting at the right hand of the Father, you know, waiting for that conversation or that green light to say, you know, it is done, my son, you know, go. Meaning that he can come recompense the inhabitants of the earth. He can come destroy the wicked. He can come take down a kingdom. He finally can come and set up and establish righteousness in the earth, right? And that's going to be a joyous moment, a joyous time, because even the scriptures itself states on how, you know, we shall meet the Lord in the air, right? And we shall be rejoicing and singing psalms. That's a particular period of time that we're coming into. Now, this is the book of 1 John chapter 4:10. It says, herein is love, not that we love Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, but that he loved us. You know, because a lot of times, people in the world, you know, and even you know, it's a lot of things that transpire to where you have these epiphanies and you recollect upon traumatic events that happened in your life, and you know, it can put you in a particular slumber. It can put you in a state of mind to where, you know, you're really not your best self. You're not performing your best. You're not feeling your best. You know, so it's good to know that the Heavenly Father has a love for his children. It's good to know that the Heavenly Father loves those that love him, that seek after him wholeheartedly. And when you finally can accept, you know, I'm doing the will of the Heavenly Father, you know, I'm well pleased in myself. I'm well pleased in being a recipient of this blessed word, of this blessed gift of spiritual understanding, spiritual interpretations, spiritual knowledge, spiritual things, right? And it's all because the Heavenly Father found something in you that he decided, you know what, I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to work with you. I'm going to bless you. I'm going to give you certain things that'll make you happy, that'll make you smile, that'll enhance you, that'll improve you. You know, ultimately, it may satisfy you, you know, but it's for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai to improve you to be a better servant unto him. Now, lastly here, let's close out in the book of Psalm, chapter 136:1. It says, "Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever." And that's the mercy, that's the grace, that's the compassion of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. It endureth forever unto the Israelite man, unto the Israelite woman. And it endureth for a moment in this particular time, because the Heavenly Father is only going to have that for his elect. But as it is written, all of Israel shall be saved. And when you need that particular level of uplifting, you need that particular motivation, you need that spiritual strength, you need a little drive, a little push. And that's when you pray unto Yahweh Shem Shai, and you acknowledge that his love and his grace is sufficient for you. I'm going to end off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. This your brother Bunyam Yun. Until next time, I say Shalom.